Liam Hendriks decided to change his Sox to red from white. Now it seems like the White Sox are liquidating all of their pitching rotation and staff. I don't really know what's going on there, but you know what? Maybe this is a reason behind it, and maybe Liam Hendriks is a high-risk signing. Let's talk about it.
First pitch, Liam Hendriks, 96, strike one. Third strikeout, 3-2. With no green, no red. 6 in a row.
Welcome back to the Touching Bases podcast. If you're new here, please hit subscribe, and at the end of the video, like it if you enjoyed it or dislike it, and leave a comment below. The Red Sox signed Liam Hendriks to a 2-year, $10 million deal with a possibility of $20,000 in bonuses. Liam is probably their solution for their bullpen at this point. Their bullpen is not looking very good, and a veteran of 13 years as a relief pitcher, he's got a pretty impressive career ERA of 3.82. In 2021 and 2022, he combined for a 2.6 ERA. Now, this is damn good and very impressive. I mean, really, really good. He was in the All-Star game for both of those years, and in 2021 and 2022, and it was looking like he was on the rise. Now, he is getting up there in age, and it's very impressive that he's able to really change and develop after all these years and really turn into a star relief pitcher. But there are some caveats to this. Now, before we jump into the scares of Hendriks and the possibilities there, let's take a look at the Red Sox and their rotation as is. Kenley Jansen is going to be, of course, their closer for sure. Now, he isn't projected to do the greatest. He's expected to have a 4.16 ERA and a 4.25 FIP. He did have a K of 10.2 per 9 last season with a 3.63 ERA, but he was expected to get a 3.18 ERA, so the fact that I'm seeing their prediction being a 4.16 is telling me that he's probably going to do worse than their projections. Now, I don't expect him to really deflate in ability any more than what he did last year. You just never know, especially with the Red Sox. The rest of the rotation is looking pretty weak, with expectations of like Whitlock to be projecting to throw a 3.81 ERA. That's the best that they really have in their rotation at this point. This is, of course, before Hendriks. Their bullpen all projected, aside from 2, to have nearly a 5.0 ERA, and that's just too much weight for the starting rotation to handle. I mean, you're going to have to carry every game you pitch as a starting pitcher, you're going to have to carry the team all the way till probably like the 7th or 8th inning every time, because you're just not going to have a dependable bullpen behind you to back you up. Now, Hendriks is coming in most likely as a setup pitcher. I'm going to assume he might be able to be a middle reliever just if he has the stamina for it, but if Jansen gets hurt, then he's going to have to step up and take that closer position. I think he'd be a good fit for it if he can stay healthy and everything goes well. Of course, he's had a lot of flukes as far as his health goes, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but until then, he will just do that setup position, or maybe middle reliever. Maybe he can do the 7th and 8th and then have Jansen come in for the 9th. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is there, but it's a possibility. Now, Liam is coming off of Tommy John, and he is not even expected to start pitching until later this year, so this is a big signing for 2 years for $10 million for him not even to play half a season. That's pretty insane from the Red Sox move, but they are locking down someone who is an all-star caliber pitcher if his elbow can fully recover. Before his elbow surgery, he did happen to get diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he was able to beat it out, but that knocked him out for quite a while, and it was a pretty devastating blow to his health, and we really haven't seen him play too much since that recovery before his elbow finally gave out. His first mound appearance was May of last season. I'm rooting for this guy to really come back and play for the Red Sox. I think it'd be a good fit, and he really will help out their bullpen, because they really need somebody to fill in that slot. He's also probably only going to maybe play in 30 games ish, depending on when he does return, given that he needs to fully recover. You don't want to re-aggravate and then be out for another 2 seasons. Then you're paying a guy who's in the bullpen who is on the IR for 2 seasons and $10 million down the drain. That really sucks. You got to be careful with him and make sure he makes a full recovery before he comes back. Now, Red Sox, I mean, the guys were the ones to say about full throttle. I've been hearing a lot of people say that that's just simply not going to happen, and they pretty much are done for the season, but you still have Snell, Clevenger, Montgomery still out there, and you can add somebody to that starting rotation besides Giolito, and that should not be your ace, which sadly it is right now. You only have Giolito as your ace. Maybe go out and get Clevenger. I think that might be a good addition to the rotation. I don't know if you guys can afford Blake Snell and Montgomery, but if you do go out for them, they're going to be expecting the big bucks, especially with your name. The Red Sox name is going to be expecting to spend some money because you guys are the ones that compete with the Yankees. So I'm hoping that the Red Sox can be contenders. The AL East is starting to fire up and look a little bit more competitive. The Yankees pretty much seems like they're done for the season. They got Stroman, they got Soto, they got Verdugo. They really built up their team, and Rizzo's back, so that's going to be a fun team to watch. The Orioles, obviously, if you saw my last video, they took a couple hits. I'm a little late on this news that I'm trying to dish out to you, but I'm trying to have content every day for you, and I want to make sure I'm thorough in my research because I have been wrong in a lot of my videos. You've called me out on it. I respect that, and I appreciate you guys' input because it does help me really focus on the small things so that I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't already, hit subscribe, join the Touching Bases family, and like the video if you did dislike it, but leave a comment below on why you disliked it 100% so that we can have a calm, collected conversation about why you didn't like the video. I am planning to go to opening day with Seattle facing the Red Sox, so I'll be looking to see who's out there, who's playing, who's not playing, and hopefully them's win. No offense to you Red Sox fans, but you know, home team, gotta roll with them. Until then, you guys have a fantastic day. See ya.